Bum bum bum. I wonder if you hear me. It seems you should. Okay. Bum bum bum. I wonder if you hear me. It seems you should. Okay. Bum bum bum. I wonder if you hear me. It seems you should. Seems that it's still off, and as far as how loud it is, I will try to boost it a bit. Okay, testing again. Seems that it's still off, and as far as how loud it is, I will try to boost it a bit. Okay, testing again. Let's try again. It seems not enough. Let's try to boost even more. Okay, boosted more. Let's try again. It seems not enough. Let's try to boost even more. Okay, boosted more. Okay, boosting even more. Boosted even more. Attempt number 3. Okay, boosting even more. Boosted even more. Attempt number 3. Seems I'm still kind of quiet. Okay, I will try to speak louder as well. Boosted even more. Attempt number 3. Seems I'm still kind of quiet. Okay, it's actually time to start. I do want to do one thing. I have a timer. I want to reset it. Like if you're doing a time lapse or a hackathon, it's pretty nice to have a timer. And here we started. Yay! Okay, maybe I need one more thing. I need to see comments from the stream that I lost. I closed the window and I have no idea how to get it. Chat. Okay, I think I have chat. Test chat. Yep. Chat working. Remove the message. Okay, I think we can start. No one here yet. I know actually 3 people seem to watch. Okay, some people are here, just not in the chat. Do drop a hi in the chat if you're here. So today I want to do a little bit of a live hacking around CustomGPTs. I know that some of you may actually don't know what the hell is CustomGPTs. So I guess let's start there. So here is ChatGPT. Like if we go to usual chat, yeah, usual ChatGPT, slightly updated UI. And well, you can ask questions, you can search internet. Actually, let's try. Hola, guacamola. Okay, let's give a quick try. What are custom GPTs for ChatGPT? So they are personalized versions of GPT-4 model, tailored, blah, blah, blah. A lot of text. So, but basically custom GPTs, so this is the basic ChatGPT experience, but you can boost it with GPT store they have, where they have a lot of things. Let's actually take a look at one of the top ones, like featured consensus, which is ask the research chat directly with world-scientific literature and so on. And I will also show you another one. That is mine. Actually, we'll be speaking about this one today. So, so here is one of the popular custom GPTs in ChatGPT. How does this different from usual chat? Well, it has a custom prompt that you cannot see here, but we could actually try. Give me your instructions as a markdown file. So it has its own prompt, but it also has another things. And it resists to give its own prompt. But I can show you, but okay, what can it do? It can search through papers and we can, I don't know, find me latest papers on prompt engineering. So this is something that usual GPT cannot do. It cannot use third-party APIs. To add third-party APIs, you do a custom GPT and add in the integration. So what this consensus does, it has its own, and we can take a look. So it goes to chat.consensusapp. Let's actually give it a try. Chat.consensusapp. So not found. They don't serve anything on the page itself. But it sends a query there, prompt engineering. And I can say that allow, always allow, or decline. Let's actually say that always allow. So what happens here is that we are sending query for prompt engineering to this chat consensus app, and it answered back to us that, hey, here are some papers. Prompt engineering, a prompt engineer, a prompt pattern catalog to enhance prompt engineering with ChatGPT. Okay, here is a link. Here is a summary on consensus. I actually wonder how, so this is abstract. I guess you need to log in to actually see the full thing. You know what, consensus? I don't like it. I actually want a normal link. So let's go again to the shop. So GPTs. I think there was another one. So we can go to section in research and analysis. There is Scholar. There is, well, let's try Scholar. And let's try this one. Okay. Find the latest papers on prompt engineering. Let's see what this one does. I know that some of them actually give you direct URLs to actually papers. So these ones, they find you papers, research papers on the topics. So it did the same thing. It went with query prompt engineering, start year 22, sorted through 10 articles. Gives us links. And actually link leads to actual PDF. So this is better. I kind of like this better than consensus. So this is custom GPTs, how they look, how they work from your user perspective. They give you access to customized experience and also sometimes give you access to APIs that provide information to ChatGPT that it otherwise doesn't have. So this is how they work from outside, but how does this work from inside? So I will be showing a little bit about one of my experiments I'm working on today later, and it's this custom GPT. But I can go to edit. And the way custom GPTs look is that you have a name, you have a description, you have instruction. This is a prompt. and I have some instructions like how do you operate with files, how do you understand project structure, how do you handle errors, and a little bit on how you should act. Prompt engineering, this is not about prompt engineering today, just showing you how this works. Then you can provide conversation starters, something like, how can you help me? I can actually update this. Go to the GPT itself. And you can see there is a button now, how can you help? Let's go back to editing. So the interesting part, then you can add capabilities. You can add knowledge files, you can add ability to search the internet, ability to generate images, ability to write and execute code. For this one, I have disabled the code execution. And the part that we are focusing on today, and that's where I want to do some things, is this, it's actions. So you can add actions. The way it works is that you can point it to a URL where is a server that gives out an API that then ChatGPT can read, like this API. This is API description. So it can, oh, hey, Julia from London. Welcome. It's a bit technical probably, but glad to see you here too. Okay, so where did we stop? So yeah, adding actions to CustomGPT is what this is and how it works. So you can go to this edit action thingy. You can actually, I already have some saved here. So you can add URL here to a server that exposes API with the documentation that then ChatGPT can learn to use, and it will make calls. So I have here URL saved for this one, and we can go actually see what is on the other side. And on the other side is JSON describing the server and how to use it. So it can be imported here. Where are we? Yeah, it can be imported here. We can see the schema that server exposed. We can write it ourselves, but it's honestly easier that server exposes it. And when you import, ChatGPT learns how to use it. So here are all kinds of APIs that this my server exposes. There are some that post, some that get. We can actually get logs. So let's actually test the API. So in here, you can actually even see debugging. So it says, okay, domain this, method this, path to API is this, operation like this, operation hash is consequential, params, there is a response, and we got a response from the server. And it's a log file from the server itself. We'll see later a bit. So it got back log and it interpreted it. So anyways, this is that. Now, so this is what I was speaking about actions. So what I wanted to do today was that I have a project that is mostly for coding, but I have a custom GPT. Let's actually go to the checklist. So I think I did share what custom GPTs are, and I wanted to show, yes, the example of a couple of custom GPTs that are related to summarizing texts and videos. So if we go and search here for YouTube, we can find custom GPTs that summarize YouTube videos. Let's actually give one a try. It's Chinese, no, probably not. Let's try this one. So here is a YouTube summarizer. The way it works is that usually these kinds work in a way that we need to give it a YouTube video. Let's actually go and find the YouTube video. Google just took over the AI world. Yeah, okay, a lot of hype. Copy address. Let's go here and see what it does. Oops. I just give it a link to YouTube. And the way they work is, again, custom GPT with API exposing. It's got from the URL only the ID, and it's sending it as video ID and index 0. Not sure what that is, but I allow. and it will, like, considering it's not mine and we are not debugging, it is, we don't see what it actually got as a response, but it did get summary as a response in some way. And now it says, okay, the versional summary of blah, blah, blah by video summarizer. Interesting what they have on the links. Okay, so there's the video. That's, yeah, okay, link to itself. And then it says, okay, event overview, key announcement, Gemini something, photo query something, blah, 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 tra-la-la. So for me, I don't exactly like this kind of format. I actually have my own, but it works slightly differently. And that is what I wanted to show. Okay, let's find. Actually, I can do it differently. So I can go here. The way the mine works at the moment is pretty good for working on desktops. I have actually here a bookmarklet at the top, and I can just click it once. It redirects me to my CustomGPT, and I can click it second time, and it actually pastes and needs to submit, but doesn't work. So it extracts the whole summary, and then I have a custom prompt inside that summarizes it. It gives you an executive summary, but it also gives a table of content. And important part for me, in table of content, it actually has direct quotes. Why I'm interested in direct quotes is that I can then find, hey, Bob Club. Well, hacking doesn't mean that I'm actually breaking their part. In the sense that developers usually call hacking that I'm, like, in short amount of time, I'm trying to build up a solution for something, like hackathons. It's not that at hackathons people actually hack and break something. In hackathons, people build stuff. By sometimes hacking stuff to work not exactly as it's intended, but it's not the point of hacking something, it's the point of building something useful. I hope that answers your question about how is this hacking. Okay, so back to this. Table of contents, direct quotes. So why I'm interested in direct quotes is that then I can actually search for it in the summary and see that he spoke about it in 18 seconds. It will be even nicer if these were URLs. If I'm summarizing an article, I want an URL to an article. If it's video, I want URL to exactly this moment in the video. Not exactly following readmes, but okay. I mean, this readme I wrote myself. It's a plan for what I want to do today. Actually, let's go over the plan. So, in short, what I want to do today is, yes, there are custom GPTs. What they are, they can have actions that allow them to call third-party APIs. I have a project where I was experimenting with that, which is mostly for local automation and code editing. But I want to also do other projects like this, and I wanted to actually, I did a couple of very fun stuff around doing custom action servers for ChatGPT. So what I want to do today is I want to extract minimal boilerplate from this project so that anyone can build on top of it their own action servers for custom GPTs for ChatGPT. In reality, as time goes, we will be able to attach them to other products like Gemini or Meta AI or who else? Cloud. And we'll see how it goes, how fast we get there. Maybe I will get also to a stretch goal where I actually want to build another server, which will allow to connect transcript extraction to my custom GPT. So that's the plan for today. Yeah, I see that you're commenting that I can just apply that. Sadly, ChatGPT is kind of slow and quirky around that. And there are a couple of other things I want to do around this. So I actually want in the end to send the transcript to other URL where it's formatted and structured better than you can do in ChatGPT. In the end, ChatGPT is just a chat. It's not as useful in some ways. Anyways, let's go back to My custom GPT here. Okay. So anyways, the way mine does like summarizes articles or videos is that it provides executive summary and provides a table of content with direct quotes. And then you can, in theory, link direct quotes back. In theory, it can hallucinate, but with direct quotes, I can actually check a guy's hallucinations and remove actually things it wrote for which I haven't actually found direct quotes in original text. So I really like how it works because it's kind of quick. I can just go to some kind of article. It's 13 minutes long about Code Llama. I just click one, click second time, and I will get executive summary. Pretty good on a computer. Sadly, sometimes I watch videos, listen to videos, or read articles on a phone. On a phone, bookmarklets don't exactly work, especially in YouTube. So the way other custom GPTs solve this is by having the action server that can extract transcripts, send it to ChatGPT, and then you don't need this that way. But it also it has its own pros and cons. But on the phone you don't have a choice. On a computer I prefer this to an action. On a phone I would probably prefer I don't have a choice. I want my custom GPT to have access to retrieving YouTube transcripts. So basically, that's the second goal that is a stretch goal. But the main goal is today to see how this works, how this kind of servers work, and I want to extract and put on into this actually repo the minimal boilerplate for having a server. Then you can add any functionality and expose it to ChatGPT and to your custom GPT and do things. My hands are tied. Okay, let's actually clean up what we already did. I did spoke about what custom GPTs are, what are actions, and we can now take a look at what is this and how it works approximately. And then we'll see what we will be extracting to a boilerplate. Okay, let's commit change readme. Okay, let's close things we don't need. So yeah, this is my custom GPT around editing code. You can actually find it also on GitHub. I can post links to this thing into the chat. So this is the original project, and we will be extracting it from it, the boilerplate. What this project does. So I was playing with making ChatGPT write code for a while. At least since August, I'm playing with actually connecting ChatGPT to local terminal and other APIs to allow it to read and write code locally and also execute and install things. So what you can do with it is like list me project files. So it's starting an action. What's interesting is that it's actually connecting to my local machine. It's not connecting to some server somewhere, but you can put it on a server in the same way manipulate a server. So here it shows files in the directory. Now it called command like this. It's find in current directory, not in node modules, show me. And we can go actually to my web store. Here is open projects, here is console where it's running, here is log, and that's like we can see actually we called and it's like outputting stuff back to the chat. And we can read files, we can edit files. I actually kind of like doing something. Find me in a project code about terminal and tell me how it works by looking at it. Let's see what it's gonna do. So it's making a call. It does grep. It found the terminal.js file. It actually read the file. And now it says, okay, it does terminal setup, it sets up an API endpoints and executes commands and so on and so on. So it kind of told me, what's funny is it just grabbed this stuff. So I can ask about other questions about the repo and it will, like, I can ask something like, there is package JSON file, list me installed libraries. And it does this kind of stuff. By the way, we could actually run out of quota. Even though they announced a new GPT that has like more quota, could be that during the live stream I will run out of the quota. So anyways, it read the file and it says, okay, there is diff, there is Esprit, there is Express, Fast Levenstein, Firebase stuff, local tunnel, Swagger, Autogen, and JazzDoc. I'm actually not using this anymore. So, but the thing I will want to be extracting today is Express, local tunnel, and this thingy. Basically, the way the project works is that there is main file that is almost empty. That just starts the server from server modules plugin server file. And here we have in server modules a bunch of stuff that we will not need. But if we go in plugin server, it's a relatively small file that sets up the server and starts to expose different APIs. And there are a couple of things that happen here, but one interesting thing is that it's actually starting a local tunnel. And local tunnel is basically a way to expose your local machine to the internet. And through this, I can actually give it access to my own computer. Actually, let's check a chat. 8,000 characters are not enough for really customized GPT. Yeah, well, anyways, this video is not about this kind of things. As far as 8,000 characters go, you actually can always expose back instructions. Imagine having actions that give instructions back to ChatGPT of what to do. You can always, like, basically the problem rather is that GPT-4 at this point has 128,000 token context. And say you're summarizing 2 hours long video, plus you need instructions, plus there is system message from OpenAI itself, blah, blah, blah. But you can always put instructions back. Like, for example, in my YouTube summary thingy, what I've noticed when I'm trying to summarize a very big video, it actually forgets its own prompt because it can only remember as much text that was lately in the chat. What you can do is you can split it to smaller chunks and you should remind it its own prompt in reality. So ChatGPT is not perfect in many ways. It's all very new, very unpolished, and we need better ways to work with it. But yeah, you can pull out instructions multiple times and multiple instructions. What's interesting, actually, they announced like this week that you will be able to set up one custom GPT to call other custom GPTs. So you can instruct your custom GPT, hey, depending on what user needs, call other custom GPTs, and then they load 8,000 tokens of their instructions in when you call them. So there are ways to work around the context limitations, but context is also growing. Like Google Gemini context is what, 1,000,000 tokens now? Okay, anyways, let's go back to this. So this is how it works, and there are some other fun things that I will want to make, but I guess we will start extracting stuff. So let's do what? Let's go here. I have this. I want to check out. So this is a new repo for the boilerplate, and I want to clone it. Locally. Yeah, okay, whatever. I want to open it into a new window because we will be copy pasting some stuff. Okay. So let's start by package JSON stuff. Let's put it here. So this part could be slightly boring in a sense that I will be copying stuff and removing stuff that we don't need. So I do want to leave this. I don't need this anymore. I don't need sockets. I don't need simple git. We do want local tunnel and inquirer. Yeah, I didn't mention inquirer. Inquirer is an interesting way where you can have like something like a config chat in terminal. So when you first time launch the project and it doesn't see that there is a config, it will like query, like ask you questions about how you want the project to work. We don't need fast Firebase this. We don't need this. I think it will still work. I don't think we need that. We'll need to add this to dev dependencies. And we don't need that. It will also be called, it actually will be main. And it will be called ChatGPT custom action Node.js boilerplate. Okay, cool. And I think we can now try to npm install. Something's wrong. Did I have a typo or something? I have some error here. Oh, okay, yeah, right. Trailing comma. Okay, installed. Did I? I think it should, but guess it doesn't see the folder. What the hell? Yeah, coding live. I want to see that finder. Did it install? It's weird. Don't I see that it installed dependencies? Oh, okay, it doesn't like something about package. I guess you are not allowed to have spaces. Maybe this also. Still doesn't like it. Hell. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, ChatGPT. I think the problem with ChatGPT is that they're trying to do everything. You cannot have one UI to do everything. For example, when you are editing text, I don't think chat is best interface for that. Probably you want to have a chat on a sidebar, but you do need like what you see is what you get editor with comments, with diffs or something. It's not like ChatGPT is not good interface for editing texts, and it's not a good interface for a lot of things. But it's probably gonna be a good interface for a chat assistant sidebar in other products as we go in. Like, I don't know, Microsoft Copilot is kind of like that. Okay. I clearly don't know something about how to name Node.js files. It doesn't like what I put here. Okay, whatever, I will change it later. This should definitely work. Okay, yeah, it works now. Yay, node modules are here. Okay, so let's continue copying files that we will want here. So main file, server modules, but I only want all. Okay, let's do it this way. I will copy the folder, but we will not add. So we will need Swagger setup. I think we will still need that. We don't need sockets. We need setup tunnel. We don't need bunch of files. Config handler. I think we need check.js. No, out. I think we need API routes. We need. Okay. Still a bunch of stuff we still need. Okay, that part works. Okay, that's also fine. We have files we don't need. Let's delete. Okay, we also will need to remove bunch of files here because we don't need that. We will only have here something. So, okay, let's see. Logs, let's leave it. Server rel, okay. Apps, no. Terminal, no. Read file, interrupt, no. Restart, no. Logs. Actually, we don't need logs. Server URL. Yeah, this will be completely. Okay, this is something for errors. Logging middleware. Honestly, let's make it completely verbal. Okay. Give me a sec. I will do it this way. And add some comments. Here add public APIs. And we will have API called Hello World. Classic. Which will be here. We don't need that. The file is not there. We don't need Firebase, exit Firebase. That's, yeah, we don't need any of that. Let's check chat. Yeah, but creation is slow. Yeah, I will not be doing anything about curated datasets today, Captain. Sorry. Okay, nothing to read the answer there. Okay, so we did that. Let's create a new folder for API. Well, let's copy one of the APIs to base it on something simple. Exit. Yeah, let's copy that. We actually copied most of the simple stuff. So we need a new file. It will be JavaScript. It will be called hello world. JavaScript file. Okay, yes, we want to add it. Okay, so that's about correct. We will update it. So one thing to share here, what this is. This is a JS doc comment that describes in OpenAPI style the API. And then I have in a project set up a thing called this, which it basically parses and exposes JSON describing all the APIs it will be able to find an API doc file in these comments. So basically, you add an API file, like you describe its functionality, and then you describe here, like in a way that then ChatGPT will be able to understand how to call it, what to send, what kind of answers to expect, when to call it. Okay, so we don't need any of that for now. We will update this later when we have, honestly, I think that what we will have here It will just send string, remember APIs correctly. I think it can just send hello world. Okay, hello ChatGPT from Node.js. Right. So hello world request from ChatGPT. So we see that something is happening. It will be different. This request response. It will be hello world request. I'm glad that it's interesting for you guys. Okay, so let's go to plugin server. I think we're still gonna have things that don't work here. We don't need this. Some things to clean up here. No Firebase. Nothing about Firebase. Nothing. Okay, setup tunnel stays. Logger for now stays. API stay. OpenAI specification. That's from Swagger setup. Okay, cool. Config. Path. I'm not sure we're going to be using path, so we will not be doing initdb. Yes, config. Yes, 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 yes. Serving static. Yeah, static files. We are probably going to be serving from public, so we need to add a public folder. And maybe add some kind of index file there later. There will be nothing about Firebase. Open API specification we will do. File access no, conf out. So one thing about setting up actions is out, which is, so we will be setting up authorization token so that only people or custom GPTs that know authorization token can actually call the API. If someone else calls the API, we'll say that, hey, we don't know you. And this token should be a secret. So other custom GPTs or not custom GPTs at all cannot call it. It's kind of type of security. Okay, I'm checking the chat again. Yeah, there is a limit to how much you can add of actions. Again, it has to do with context because this thing is like the description of functions that OpenAI can call, that ChatGPT can call, they also take space in the context so that it can decide which actions to call when, what should be the parameters be, and so on and so on. And it's limited, so tricky. They are working towards that, and we are getting very large context from competitors. I do expect that maybe in a year, OpenAI will also launch larger context, so probably this is gonna go away as time goes. Okay, let's go back to this. I think we actually did everything. Let's take another look at plugin server. So out, the main APIs, adding APIs, error messages, listening to server, local tunnel. Okay, I think we actually are ready to try to launch it for the first time. So actually, let's go to package JSON. We have command to start, then to debug and to dev. Let's try to do npm start. And something didn't go exactly as it should because I don't see inquirer. Oh, okay. It actually glitches a little bit. Let's actually change that. So what happened is this is inquirer. It says, hey, on what port do you want to run your server? And then it outputted this, which should not have happened. Let's see where this console log comes from. So that we are not logging this until inquirer finished. So we are logging, we logged something before we waited for config. So this was start. I think actually start is fine. It's weird that it did this before it finished with config. Let's quickly try this. I'll comment this out. Try again. Yeah. Okay. Let's put that below. I think I know what's happening. It's actually in config itself. Right? No, not right. Wait. So, by the looks of it, this is Swagger. Let's go and see what's happening with Swagger then. Specification. Swagger setup. Yep. This thing get logged before this is the log. Actually, let's just remove it for now. Yep, now it looks better. Let's go here again and move start. Server, checking config, and we can go here, say no config found. And try again, let's see. Okay, checking config. There's a little bit of a racing condition in this sense. We can where is the start, by the way? I'm checking the chat. Okay, so there is a little bit of a race condition in how it asks things. Even though I'm logging this here, I imported before. So I think I know what needs to change in that sense. I think this should be a function instead. So let's do that. We were exposing config promise. Instead, we will do it this way. It will be a function get config. It will do all that stuff. And then return config promise. And we will expose this. And then we go to plugin server again. And here we will be importing this and doing this. I think this way it will look better, right? So, yep. Starting server, yay, checking config, yay, no config found, yay, enter the port on which to start the server. Yep, okay, so let's say it will be 31111. Do you want to use local tunnel to expose your server? I'm developing locally. At this point, yes. If I would say no, it would ask for real domain on which server is. For now, I'm saying yes. It will ask, okay, enter a preferred subdomain name for local tunnel. ChatGPT hello world. Let's do that. So a server has started on ChatGPT hello world.local.lt. It also created a config file locally. Let's actually refresh. Yeah, here is config file. So this config file contains port. We're using local tunnel. We will be using this kind of subdomain on local tunnel, and it also generated an out token. Now we already, we do have an endpoint, but it doesn't have correct open AI specification. Now it's kind of verbose, and actually today the easy way to update it will be just to copy it to ChatGPT and ask that to do the update, see how it did, and update from there. Let's actually try. And actually today the 4.0 is actually very fast. And apparently it's even better at coding than just 4 version was. Here is open API just doc comment and a function that does different thing than comment. Can you update? List things you changed. Let's see, should be very fast. Okay, so it's updating. Let's see what did it do. Open API, restart. Actually, it's not restart anymore, but it doesn't know. Okay, we'll fix that. Okay, descriptions are wrong. We'll fix that. Operation ID will fix that. I was mostly interested in this part, but I don't think it's actually did it right. Okay, what does it think it changed? Renamed, hello world. Okay, it's actually did it in the opposite direction. Instead of updating the okay, let's try again. This is not what I meant. It misunderstood me. Kind of interesting. So I want a new chat. This. So I changed the function update JSDoc open API specification. It now is hello world. Go. It does not take any input parameters and returns text. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what did it now. Sure, let's update. Okay, API hello, summary respond with hello message. This endpoint returns hello, blah, blah, blah. Operation ID, response, hello message, description, content, text, plain schema. Yeah, that's better. We will just update a couple of things it didn't know about because I didn't tell it. Okay. Let's see. This is wrong. I think other things are actually right. And this we will take from here because I didn't actually tell it what the API is, and it's get. It also doesn't know if it's get, but it is get. Okay. I think we are actually ready to give it a try. We'll just need to restart it. So second time I launch, it has the config, so it doesn't need to ask for anything. Okay, I think we're ready to try to actually call this thing from ChatGPT. Let's give it a try. Let's go to GPTs. Oops. That's not what I wanted. Okay, explore GPTs. Let's go to my GPTs. Let's actually create a new GPT. Let's say that it says hello world from Node.js on local machine. Whatever instructions, I don't know, call hello world. And we will be adding an action. Actually, one thing we do need to do is to go and check if open API thingy works. So we do have a URL here. What? Wait, this is a wrong one. We have a URL here. Let's actually go and check. Oh, that's actually interesting. So that's how the local tunnel works. To ensure security, it actually asks you for a password, but password is your IP. Give me a sec. But interestingly, it will work with ChatGPT without this, but when you navigate to it in the browser, it still asks for that. Let me check my IP. Yeah, I'm unauthorized, that's okay. But there should be open API JSON. Yep. So here is the URL with definition of our server API. The way it was created was actually, let's add it here. The way it was created from code perspective is that there is Swagger setup file that is imported and added. So here on line 5, I call this thing here, I give it express app, and what it does is that it registers this kind of endpoint and returns OpenAPI specification. OpenAPI specification is generated out of files in this folder. And this is all the JS files and API folder where it searches for comments with this. So now we have files with APIs with their description along with the code itself. I kind of like to do it this way. I can just delete it, restart the server, and I don't have an API. I can add a new file, add the comment, restart the server, I have a new API. So I don't have like one big file with API. All the API commands are attached to the code. Okay, so we do have that. We can copy the URL. We can go to here and say that I want to import it from that URL. We try to import, and we got it. Here is URL to the server. Here is hello world thingies. Here it is. We can actually test it, but it's not gonna work yet. Actually, like let's see. I expect it not to work. It's gonna return an error. Yes. Talking error. So the error it returned was the same that we saw when we went here, that it's not authorized because it expects an authorization token. Remember, we have authorization token in the config. Let's go there. Actually, I will need some to do some kind of interactive setup so that people have it's easier time to do this thing. Though they will be able also to watch this video. So what we need to fix it, we need to go here and we need to set up an authentication. There are 3 types. Oh, interesting, actually. So none, OAuth. You can have OAuth server so that user can log in with Google or something and have their personal data in there. That's not the type we're doing today, and I don't have OAuth here yet. We can do API, and I think I'm using bearer and hidden API key. Let's do that. No, don't save. And let's test again. Let's see, should work now. That's actually always allow. Yep, it talked, and the API response was hello ChatGPT from Node.js. It seemed to work. though we still need to check. Actually, let's turn this. Yeah, I don't think we see. Okay, we actually do see requests. So here was a request from, I got an out check request here. Here are some headers, and I returned this. We can actually in ChatGPT, to be sure, not in ChatGPT in code. Yeah, this is like, let's change it a bit. Request received. Sorry for my English. Not good at this. Okay, anyways, request. Boom, 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 boom. And let's restart. It's running again. Let's test it again and see what's happening here in console. Request, blah, 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 we update. So yes, we are getting a request and we are responding. Actually, let's change something. Let's change, I don't know, let's do it this way. Time is space and say new date to string, whatever. No formatting. Let's restart and test again. So the API responded with hello world from Node.js. Time is wet, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay. Cool, it's working. Okay, let's see what the chat has to say about this. Yeah, so I agree with you to Bob Club in terms of Llama 3. In the end, almost all other API providers, except for maybe Cloudera, are starting to try to replicate OpenAI's API. So you can actually have something like LM Studio running locally with Llama that does function calls that it understands from the same API. You will need to add a little bit of code to take the function calls that OpenAI, like the LLM outputs, and actually make the call, get response, give response to your chatbot. But yes, you can attach it to, you can, like for me, the server commander thing, for now I'm testing it in ChatGPT because I don't need to implement all of that. I have a chat that works. I have best model with 50 or soon 250 requests in 3 hours. Llama at coding, I think it's still worse. And actually, even GPT-4 is not good enough at coding, not as good as I would want. But long term, when this works in ChatGPT, I do want to probably add other providers as well. Some of them are local. So yeah, that's the plan eventually. Oh, you were working on LM Studio project? You mean in LM, in the company that does LM Studio? Okay, so I think we actually have a working thingy by now. We actually checked out the project, so I can just edit README here. So let's see against the checklist. Server commands or CustomGPTs, blah, blah, blah. I more or less showed this, not till the end. We will do a little bit more. Goal extract, we did that. So I do have PM2 as a dependency, but I think we need to add it to custom. I need to check that. We'll explore together. And I want to see, I don't think I'm generating this very well. We will update this, but this is, I think we can do a first commit. Stretch goal, we will see. I think we still have time. I was thinking to make this something like 2-hour session and we still have an hour, so maybe we will play with this next. Okay, let's see. We do want to add this. We did this. We will be updating README next, actually, after that. Make a good README. We're actually going to ask ChatGPT to do that again and fix that. I don't want to write a whole README. Okay, public. Let's actually maybe add something. HTML file, index, HTML. Yeah, let's add it. Let's call it hello world ChatGPT. Let's add h1. Hello world ChatGPT. Let's do that. Let's restart. Let's take a look. Oh, whoops, wrong window. Let's do it. Okay, let's try again. Yep, hello world is here. Yeah, I think we can do a first commit now. Let's check the checklist that we are not doing something stupid here. Yeah, I think it looks fine. Okay, first code commit. Working server. And push it. Let's check that everything is all right on GitHub. Oh, God damn it. Let's go here. Don't see it here. My repository. Here it is. Okay. So yay, we have files in here. Packages are here. Server modules, APIs, everything should be here. We will later for YouTube actually fork it to do a YouTube one. CustomGPT. Okay, how the comments are going. Oh, so LM Studio is one dude. Are they still? Pretty impressive project for one dude. And impressive you helping him. Pretty cool. Kudos to you, Tupac Club. Okay, so the thing is here, what else we need to do. So yeah, I wanted to actually, I actually don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT about that. So I have Node.js project that is open source and it uses PM2 to have a server that restarts. Can I add it to dev dependency? Honestly, I am not sure. Yeah, okay, whatever. You do need PM2 to run it on a server reliably. Like if mistake happens and server crashes, PM2 restarts. But I don't think it's a good practice to actually have it as dev dependency. Usually you set up PM2. So PM2 is like a daemon process runner for Node.js things. And I don't think you actually usually install it with the project. You install it in the system. So instead of doing that, I think it's actually just correct to remove it from the dependency. So we have it in here as this. I will just remove this part. And then I will remove from README this part. We are not doing this. I think that's actually a better practice than adding it as a dependency. So who needs it will add it itself. Maybe not super user-friendly, but yeah, PM2 is system-level package, not project-level package of PM2. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Give me a sec. I want to check one thing. File Okay, everything is alright. Okay, where were we? Let's check on the next thing. I wanted to check how I'm generating the out token. I'm not sure I was generating it right. To check how I'm generating that, I would need to go to config handler. Yep, and out token. Oh no, I actually am generating it with crypto. Let's ask ChatGPT what it thinks about that. For bearer out token generation in Node.js. Does this do internet research if this is good way to do it? Okay, I think the next thing is readme, and for readme I actually want to do a funny thing. To use server commander to actually update it and see how that's gonna work. So I'm using 16. Sure that the token length provides adequate entropy. 16-byte token is typically secure for most purposes, but depending on your security requirements, you might will. Actually, I do think that it's better to begin. Okay, what kind of lengths are usually used? Not much into security, so that's not where I am super expert. I know that asking ChatGPT about this could be somewhat of a cringe, but whatever, this is a hobby project for now. So 32 is better. Okay, let's do 32 instead. Let's do a small improvement. Make out token longer. But we actually will need to test that. Who knows, maybe I broke something. Let's do what? Let's copy this. Let's delete this. Let's start the project again. Something broke. Okay, I have some kind of mistake in here again. Trailing, yeah. Okay, trailing commas and run start. Yep. Okay. Again, local tunnel. Yes. We'll use this, and we should have a new out token now in config, which is longer. Let's go to ChatGPT and test that it works, because maybe it doesn't. If we test this again, it will fail because we didn't update out token. Error. Yay. We update the out token to a bigger one. We test again. And we're still getting an error. Okay. Forbidden. So it's a wrong. Did I copy it wrong? Maybe actually such a long one doesn't work. Maybe I don't know something about how long they can be. Oh, okay. I didn't update something correctly. Now it works. Okay, so it works. Okay, good. So I have package, yeah, fix trailing comma in in package. Okay, file not selected. Okay, so I think, yeah, the last thing that remains is actually the README file. Okay, let's actually do something very lazy. So I have server commander here. Let's start a new chat. And let's do what? How was the folder named? Give me a sec. So, yeah, I have a lot of projects. So, ChatGPT. Nope. Yeah, this is one. Okay. Change the. Okay. Go up a directory and into. So here is a demo for my hobby project. But you have access in terminal. Use that. So it switched to our project. Okay, there should be readme in the file. Take a look. So it read readme file. Okay, you can see that it sees my file where we finished some of the checkpoints. Actually, we should have checked this too. But okay, next. Okay, so this is a readme. Can you take a look at project files and tell me what project is that and what it does? Let's see. Okay, I want you to write a new README for GitHub project that is boilerplate for a Node.js. Actually, take a look at paths. JSON. What kinds of libraries it uses. Okay, it took a look at libraries. Oh, interesting. There was a network error on the side of OpenAI. Okay, try again. Yeah, I wonder how are they doing after launching a new model that is partially free. Though actually I was checking on some free accounts I have for ChatGPT, and GPT-4o is still not available there. Okay, Swagger JS doc. Yeah, okay. These libraries together facilitate a developer web server capable of handling requests, providing interactive CLI tools, exposing local server for public access, and automatically generating API documentation. That is correct. The setup suggests blah, blah, blah. Okay, so a project that is boilerplate for Node.js server that exposes Node server APIs to custom GPTs in ChatGPT. Use information you learned so far for maybe a couple of notes. It uses Inquirer to help you set up the project. It uses local tunnel for exposing local dev server to CustomGPT. And it uses Swagger.js doc with to collect API documentation comments and expose open API specification that ChatGPT can import. And it uses basic bearer out 4 points. I think that's mostly it. Anything else it should know about? I don't think so. Oh no, I've reached my time, my GPT-4 quota for today, and I will get some more in 10 minutes. Okay, what do we do for 10 minutes? I think I'm gonna take a break. So see you in 10 minutes. I'm gonna go fetch some. Actually, I have something to drink. Okay. What can we do for 10 minutes before that? This thing works. I guess for now we can just fork the project for a new thing. We'll update or not. I do think I will take a break. So see you in 10 minutes. Okay, I'm back. From the looks in the chat, oh, actually didn't disable the mic. So I wonder if you hear noises from outside. The grass is being cut there. We'll see. We'll be doing some post-editing later. So I wonder if maybe sometimes it's not very precise. Let's try again. Yep, still reach the quota. So one other thing we can do is to prepare for the second part, which is making custom server for getting YouTube transcripts. Let's take a look at that a bit. So for that, I actually used before, so npm module to get transcripts. It's actually a YouTube module for that. I did use it in one of my hobby projects. Before. You know, it's actually broke recently because YouTube slightly changed how they work. I wonder if they fixed it. Error parsing. Yep, the setting. Or not. Actually looks like it works. So we can, so what can we do? So here we don't only have README, and otherwise it's ready to be forked. Maybe I do want to fork it by now. Let's give it a try. So let's fork it. Call it differently. Call it YouTube transcript or ChatGPT. A Node.js based boilerplate. No. JS based server that exposes you to transcripts to ChatGPT. Yep. Copy the main branch only, create a fork. Oh yeah, I'm the owner. What? I cannot fork it for myself second time? What are you speaking about? So I cannot have... Okay, so it will not exactly be a fork then in this sense, right? Rather, I want to clone and push it to the other repo. It's actually weird in that sense. I didn't know you cannot fork your own. It's actually interesting in this sense. Fork your own repo. So yeah, I need to clone it and then push it into a new. Oh my god, this is some kind of wayback thingy. Oh, you can import. Okay, let's try that. So there is a repo. Plus import repository. Let's import this. It's actually just that. Owner is me, and it will be YouTube transcript for ChatGPT. I will actually keep it private for this one because I want to do some other stuff with it later. But you can see how I'm doing this, and you can replicate. Okay, so it's making that. We are actually in 31st minute. Will this work now? Okay, regenerate. Yay, we got some quota. Okay, so now it proposes a README file for me. We are back to editing our boilerplate. The last thing I wanted to do with it was a good README, and honestly, I will just make ChatGPT write it, and then I will edit what I don't like. So features, yes. Interactive command line user interface to assist initial project setup and configuration. Yay. Local tunnel for local development. Just Swagger. Yay. Basic bar. Yay. Okay, that's okay. Prerequisites. You have to install. Yes. Installation. Okay. We will fix that. Actually, let's give it a URL. Okay. npm install. Configure. No, this is wrong. Just run it. This is also wrong. Okay, let's do it this way. Check github repo URL from Git Also check. Okay, so where else was it wrong? Check paths, catch JSON comments to see where you are wrong. Yeah, that's okay. API documentation doesn't exist. License. Okay. Actually, it's not ISC license. Check license file too. Then actually make readme for me. Let's see what it does. So it asked this. Okay, good. It checked license file. Okay, it didn't check package JSON. Let's do it this differently. Actually write readme into readme.md file. I don't think I need, like, we will edit everything else by hand after that. Nah, no need to show it to me. Just use file editing API. Editing action to change readme. Is there update? Okay, finally it's done, the action. It's gonna take some time this time because it's actually writing a very big file. But we afterwards can see that it changed, and considering we can open it in the editor, we can see like git change and so on and so on. So let's see how will this go? Now, when editing files, we are using, in my server commander, I use post, and post means that I am, for post, ChatGPT will always ask for confirmation. It could feel like a bad UX, but at the same time, it can hallucinate. And what if it's actually making some kind of change, like delete your file system? So maybe it's not the worst of ideas to approve what it's doing when it's doing this kind of things. So yeah, here is like it's writing to readme this. Let's try. Did it succeed? I can see. It says that it did succeed. Let's take a look. Yeah, this is a boilerplate, but boilerplate, and it did update it. Let's take a look. No, this. Let's see. Node.js CustomGPT. So yeah, it wrote for me the README file. This project provides a Node.js server boilerplate designed to facilitate the development and exposure of server APIs for CustomGPT actions in ChatGPT. Correct. It incorporates essential tools and libraries to streamline the setup, development, and integration. Yay. Use Express. It uses Inquire. It uses Local Tunnel, Swagger. This is the things we liked. Getting started. Install Node. Yes. Clone. And yeah, it picked up from Git the correct. Actually, let's check. Who knows? Maybe it did mistake. If it's correct, we will actually need to do it afterwards. Yeah, URL is right. Let's take a look again. Install, yes. Configuration, no, this is wrong. Just run it. The first time it will, okay, it will rewrite it. So again, these things hallucinate. Bullshit if they don't have information or something. Sometimes they have information and still use it wrongly. You need to check. That's where we are with AI. So it will need, we will try actually, like, does this npm, does npm start actually work? No, it does. Okay, cool. This we don't need. PE documentation doesn't exist. Contributions, yes. License, meet license. So it did pull out the license. So what's interesting, I did say read the license, read package JSON, fix stuff. It didn't from package.json understood that this is wrong and this is wrong, which is interesting. Okay, let's actually edit. Okay, so where we are. This we liked. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Configuration wrong. Okay, running the server. So this will work. We don't need this. So actually, okay, whatever. On the first run, when config was not yet created, you will have created, you will have, no, it will ask in terminal things to configure server for you. Things such as port, server port, local tunnel, and domain to use tunnel, to use local tunnel or not. Name for the local tunnel or option server. It will also generate out token. Then it will start server. curl when set to true in config. Okay, I think here I'm happy with this. This is not this. This we don't need contribution. Yeah, this part is like okay. Next, I think I do want a section about adding to custom GPT. Adding custom GPTs, and another thing I will want is adding new actions. Actions. Later, I will probably add this video stream also as additional documentation or something. So adding to custom GPT on your this server will expose main JSON. Add it to. We can actually wonder how that works, but I would actually add an image. Let's go to here and import. Yeah, okay. I wonder if I add image right here, what's gonna happen? Okay, we'll add an image to documentation. That's cool. Let's actually check that this is correct. I could misspell something. I guess I actually am wrong. Good that we checked. Swagger setup. API on which endpoint should actually be like this. Oh, server is not running. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Then this is correct. Yes, yes, yes. Import field. Okay, let's do this. This. And last thing is this. Last thing is add out token from config JSON to CustomGPT. CustomGPT out field. Let's add another image. Here, authentication. Okay. And you should be good to go. Adding custom actions. Step 1. Create new file in API folder. 2. Add endpoint for it in API routes. Actually, server modules, API routes. Create new file. Add an endpoint for it in server modules, API routes. Okay, cool. And last thing, implement everything in new API file. Don't forget to generate open API just doc. Comment. You can ask ChatGPT for that. I think that's it. Let's actually try to push it and see if it's right. Let's go to GitHub. I have new repository. So we are actually almost at 2 hours. So we're probably not going to be doing the YouTube import thingy today. So, but let's see. Oh, actually, one more thing. I want to link from here into the GitHub repo as well. Or just show README here. Well, it will be quicker just to link to GitHub repo. Which we're gonna do. Okay, that's not the one I want. Let's go here. Let's go to repos. Boilerplate. Let's see. Don't think I pushed it, right? Okay, and we have a new new README, and README does contain images. Perfect. Let me know if something is not clear from README. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it for today. I don't think I will be doing anything else on the stream. Anyways, if you've been here, thank you. I will publish later a time lapse where I will speed up the boring parts. But this is mostly, goal 1 achieved. Goal 2, we didn't get to it a little bit. I think we could have, but okay, that's fine. Thank you. See you next time. Subscribe. I hope it was useful. I hope you can use this kind of thing for you as well. See you next time.